up, y'all? I just want to get on here and tell you to choose wisely before and after having children, baby. Your life is not over after having children.
So y'all help me welcome to the stage, Stardom. Give it up for y'all.
Subscribe to my channel.
Shout out to one of my subscribers at Kit Lover B, a little bit. They gave me a great topic and inspired me to do this. So y'all, let's just jump straight into it. Many of you guys know that I was a single mom. What? She not here? She not here? Nah, girl, this backhanded.
Make it.
I'm a single mother. I was married. I am divorced. And back in my day, many moons ago, no, I'm 30. But back in my day, when I first had my first child, I was a teenage mom, right? And I was a teenage single mom. It was one of them shabams where y'all together in high school, but after high school, y'all go y'all two separate ways, and you ain't know he was gonna do you in like that until it happened. So my self-love was down here. You know, I used to feel like I was that girl. I used to feel like I was Moesha. But when I had a child, my self-love kind of dropped. And it's so sad that sometimes as women, we tend to do that to ourselves. We are the same person. We just have a little extra love added, another child added, you know? So I started to think in my mind, correlate in my mind at that time when I met my next boyfriend, that he was stepping up and I commended him for being a stepdad. The reality of it is, he was no more than just my boyfriend. He wasn't doing nothing extra special. It was still all
On Big Star.
He wasn't doing nothing extra for me to be like,
Oh yeah, he really stepping up to the plate.
many guys wouldn't do that. In my mind, I was thinking many guys wouldn't date a single mom. But baby, they still waiting in line where the money reside, calling my line, okay? Like, I don't have that same mindset. Right now, I have 2 kids, and I'm still a single mother. I have a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. And that is just ridiculous. Like, baby, I am still dateable, and a man would love to date me. I'm just single, but I don't have that issue at all, thinking that no one wants me. I know I'm a good catch. I know what I bring to the table. It's just not my time yet to get into a relationship. Y'all, it's people walking down the street. There's a lot of them. They walking like a lot of girls. Okay, let me get back to my video. So,
Hold on, I'm gonna call y'all back.
not me saying I'm gonna call y'all back. Nah, I just had to tell my daughter, like, hey, lock the door, stand in the door, be on standby, because yeah, it was a lot of them. It was like 5-6 people in a group, and it looked like they was walking towards my house, but then they just kept on going. But yeah, y'all, Star don't play no games. Like, the extra safety security, I don't play no games. I live on like a really small block. I don't have a whole lot of neighbors. Like, you see this huge gap in between my house and my neighbor house as it is, you know. So I be on extra alert. But yeah,
Back to my story.
you know, I used to think that my boyfriend was doing enough just by being my boyfriend as far as in the stepdad department. First of all, we got to look after our kids, okay? Initially, me and the man, we can't give him all these rules and responsibilities. The biggest thing is accept my child just the same way you accept me in your life. Don't just think of it as, oh, you know, this her child, you know, I don't think nothing of it but in a negative way, you know. And then the second thing is, stop expecting these men to automatically have the stepdad title just because he's your boyfriend, just because he's talking to you. It's okay for him to be your child's friend, like a mentor towards your child, like a buddy towards your child. Everything ain't gotta be so stepdad, me and you dating for 6 months. Y'all stop having all these different stepdaddies for y'all children. Can we start there? That probably be a whole nother video. But I'm speaking from experience. I'm not trying to judge. I get it. Y'all 6 months in, you in love, but that is not your kid's daddy. Do not have them calling him dad. Period. All right. But let's get back to this. We have to up our self-love, you guys. And we have to realize that just because we're currently single, or just because we have failed relationships, is not because we don't have worth to us. It's not because, oh, we got kids, we got a job. We got a child. There is somebody for everybody. That's what I'm ultimately getting to. But if God put it on your calling to wait your turn till you find your kingdom spouse, just trust in him. And also, if God put it in your calling that you are to remain single, baby, just pray for peace. Pray for peace and protection. That is all you need. When you really in your walk with God, okay, you would say something or you would believe something to the extent of, Lord, I am waiting patiently for the person that you have destined to be with me, you have designed to be with me, but even if that person shall not come, I just pray for peace and protection over my family and my household. You really do have a lot of peace when you're single. You do. And if you find a healthy, right relationship, you will have a lot of peace within that relationship too. But maybe this is your sign from God. Maybe God is preparing you to work on yourself and your self-esteem and your self-love during that time. Because if you feel like nobody wants you, what are you going to do when you get that man who do? Oh, what you going to do when you get that man who do? You're going to be doubting it. And you probably end up telling him that you don't want me. I don't know why you with me. You think a man want a woman like that? Always complaining about how much I don't love you. And I got to prove and tell you every day that I love you, that I want you. Right? Ladies, be real. Have y'all ever been in a situation before where you needed a man to affirm on the regular that he actually wants to be with you, that he actually loves you? We can't get so caught up thinking that we're less valuable than the next woman and compare to ourselves to what the next woman bringing to the table. It's all within your spirit ultimately. I don't care about your looks. I don't care about your job. I don't care about how many kids you have. I don't care about if you graduated from college or not. Ultimately, it's about your spirit, and a real man is going to see that. A real man gonna see your spirit. A real man gonna see if you're a pure woman or not. But let's normalize, stop evolving our life around a man. Do it really matter what he think right now if he ain't even your man and he don't even exist yet? Work on yourself. Approve of yourself. Feel like yourself is worth it. Feel like you reached a point in your life where you like, I'm a dang good catch. I'm just single. And it's not about how much money you have. It's not about, oh, I gotta wait till I get my money up. Do you see how that sound? You gotta wait to get your money to be single. Right? And let's talk to my girlies who haven't even had kids yet. You got to choose wisely before you even lay down and have children. It is a such thing as choosing the wrong spouse, you guys. Just because you love him, just because it's been your boyfriend for a little minute, look at how he treats you and look at how he makes you feel. I understand that marriage is not for everybody, but let's get on the real subject here. Do you not want to get married, or do he not want to get married? Did he just not ask yet, but you dream of it, right? Are you sitting there like, yeah, I would like to have kids one day. I would like to get married one day. I love my boyfriend a lot, but we sitting up here not using protection, and I know anything can happen. A baby's not going to keep a man. If y'all already having issues, a baby is not going to keep a man. If y'all not having issues, a baby is not going to keep a man. If he hasn't proposed to you, a baby is not going to make him do that. If he has proposed to you, a baby is not going to make him go all the way through with the marriage. It's not going to expedite it. Right? My biggest advice for you is to do things in order if those wishes are on your mind. If that's what you wish to accomplish. Like I said, marriage is not for everybody. But if you want to get married and you know that, get married before you have that man, baby. Do things the right way. If he really love you, a lot of people will have kids first. And I'm going to speak for men because a lot of women do want to get married. It just ended up not happening, right? A lot of men would take the step to, impregnate a woman, but don't want to take the step to marry a woman. Like, that's too big. I'm not ready for that. But they'll sit up here and impregnate you with their whole baby. They don't even have issue paying child support compared to getting married. Getting married scares them. That lifelong commitment, I'm locked in with you for the rest of my life, it scares them. But a baby don't, because they know they can still have, and it's so weird, they know they can still have the past to leave you. No ties, no business. Even if they're still stuck with you, technically, for at least the next 18 years of their life. They don't think about it like that. They think with the wrong head. If you want me to be honest, I'm trying to have my little sisters, right? I'm trying to have y'all self-love, and I'm trying to talk to y'all before y'all make, this decision in your life. If you got a boyfriend and you know that the relationship is not where you want it to be, you have to choose wisely before you take that step of getting too deep. In marriages too, I have been married twice. Especially my first marriage, y'all. Let's just get into it. My first marriage, I just really wanted to be a wife. Now that paperwork stuff is real. Baby, I went through so much stuff trying to change my last name back on credit cards, on debit cards, on doctor appointments. Like, I just went through a lot trying to change my last name back. Okay, it took a while before I was still getting my second ex-husband. I'm still getting mail in that last name. It pisses me off every time. I'm still getting mail, and we divorced 2 years ago, right? I'm still getting mail in that old last name. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of paperwork. And, oh, you ain't ready for this. But when you start buying cars and houses and this and that, and he tried to divide properties, even though it was yours and you bought it, but you was his wife and you put his name on it too. Ooh, okay. Be smarter than that. When y'all start dividing assets, and you know that that's yours, but he feel like he entitled to it too, and y'all got to go to court about it. Y'all fighting over custody with the kid. Ooh. Right? Because with y'all being married, y'all initially had joint custody. And now that it's over, y'all fighting over custody. And you looking at it like, when we was married, I was still doing the majority of the work. We gotta know our worth, and we gotta choose wisely. It's a lot of people in the household where, you know, mom is taking care of everything, or sometimes dad. I'm not gonna judge. But I'm just speaking from my experience. Mom is taking care of everything, and she still feel like she's single and she got a whole husband. She got a whole husband. Even when we already have kids, we still got to choose wisely. We got to make sure our kids see a proper spouse that we're with in the house, so they can know, you know, it could guide them along the path of who they want to mold and grow into. Right? We got to show our daughters examples of the type of men that they need to court and date. And we got to show our sons examples of the type of men that they need to become. But we can't do that if we know this ain't the right type of man up in the house, but we still trying to teach our son, don't be like him. And a lot of people, can we be real? A lot of mothers, they with the daddy. They still messing around with the daddy. They live with the daddy, whatever the case is. And you keep telling your sons, don't be like him. But you still all over him. Your son see that. You still attracted to him. You still want him. It's going to miss the message up. It's going to make your son think that regardless of the type of man he come out, the birds gonna flock. He see daddy pulling them, acting like a jerk. You still running up behind him, ain't you? Because daddy for sure gonna put in his head, don't settle down with one girl if you got that type of man influence in his life. You gotta stop. And your kids gotta see positive changes, and it's okay if they see that while they're single, while you're single. You got to show yourself positive changes and a positive influence, right? Knowledge is something that someone can never take away from you. Learn knowledge, watch YouTube videos, read books, learn about, it's the Power Book, it's other books and stuff where people really learn about love and relationships, and you will be surprised when you see the certain signs and symptoms of somebody being a narcissist or this and that. You will stay away from the red flags. You got to educate yourself. I don't care if you're single. I don't care if you never had a boyfriend before. Watch videos like this, and you will see the signs and the flags and what type of relationships to stay away from if you feel like it's heading in that direction. If he's barely doing anything for you, but y'all discussing that marriage word or baby word, no, that's not cute. It's not cute. If he doing it and you raw and y'all ain't even officially together and you know the possibility, it's not going to keep him, baby. If he got a girl, it's not going to make him leave her. It's not. Right? If you've been taking care of him all this time and he gets you pregnant, it's not going to make him, let me go get a job. No, you're just going to be pregnant and still taking care of him. It's the signs and the symptoms. If that man is not who you desire to have as a husband and the father of your child, you don't need to be with him. Or at least You don't need to be trying to have a baby with him or putting yourself in a position where you can possibly get pregnant with him if he's not where he's supposed to be at yet. And it's okay for a person not to be where they're supposed to be at yet. But you can't do something knowing that he's like this. He playing video games all day. He don't want to work. But then when the baby, you pop up pregnant, you want him to get off his butt and go get a job. He been like that, ma'am. He not going to change. He don't want to. He got to do it if he ain't doing it for himself, he ain't going to get up and do it for you and the baby. You got to care about yourself. You got to put yourself first, ultimately. Seriously. You got to do it for yourself. You got to want to do it. If that child is not enough to make him get up and go to business, what do you think he's going to be like as a father? I'm sorry, but it's the truth. What do you think? If y'all teenagers, I'm speaking from experience because I was a teenager when I first got pregnant. If he lazy, he barely turning in his homework, he, cheating on you, he out, he partying, you can tell he's not a good example of what a father should be. Maybe your own dad don't like him. What do you think? How do you think things are going to turn off if you actually get pregnant by him? You just got to prepare yourself for the long haul. You got to prepare yourself for that rocky road if y'all end up taking that step. If it's too late, if it had already happened. You got to prepare yourself for that. But if it has not happened, sis, run. 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 Stop fantasizing. We got to get out of La La Land. Stop fantasizing about having that man baby and he's no type of spouse. He need growing to do. And sis, if you older or you like my age or whatever, if a man still needs growing to do and he's 40, baby, he ain't going to change. That's just him, sis. Let it go. Let it go. Choose wisely. Even if you already got a kid by him, that is nothing set in stone. Men try to lead the households all the time. If you're not happy, you do not have to settle and take care of this man and stay with this man for the rest of your life. If he's mistreating you and you're just ultimately not happy, the happiness lies within your children, right? It's not about mom and dad staying together. Ultimately, that would be the goal and that would be the point. But not all the time that happens. But it's about your child being happy. And sometimes they're happier separated. I had a family member who went through a divorce. And they broke down to me one day, like venting, like, Star, dang, I miss my wife, my family. I wish we were together. I said, when y'all was together, y'all was fighting like cats and dogs. And it was to the point where you used to be calling me for rides to come pick you up. She done put you out. Y'all fighting in front of the kids. The police getting called out. CPS getting involved. You better off divorced from her and separated from her. You're a better parent and she's a better parent that way. It's a healthier household. Y'all respect each other more with co-parenting when y'all not together. The same situation for me and my baby daddy. We respect each other more when we ain't even messing around. We not together. But if we start fooling around and stuff, oh yeah, that could get messy real quick. The best interest for our child. Hey, what time you coming to get them? Okay, I have them ready. You need me to pack anything special? That's it. Hey, what's up, bro? We ain't even on the phone like that, but you get what I'm saying. If it's something that he needs to talk to me about, ain't no lovely dovely, ain't no side conversations, it ain't no flirting, no this, that. If you want me to be real, okay, we talk to each other through my son's phone. He bought him an iPhone 13, and yes, ma'am, he paid a bill. Cause who? You ain't finna be calling up Star phone talking about this and that. Our son is big enough to have a whole full conversation with you on his phone. He blocked on my phone. It ain't even no beef. I just don't want to deal with it. Cause if you let a man skate, if you let him slide, he gonna skate. Right? You ain't gonna be talking to how did you sleep? Good morning. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Set boundaries. I think I made a video about boundaries. Y'all, I got over 600 videos on my page already, but I could do another one about boundaries. I could do an updated one. That's all the time I have for y'all today. I try not to let these videos get too long. Please be sure to like, share, comment, but most importantly, subscribe. Y'all, One of my latest videos just reached 1K, and I am so happy. Y'all been coming in clutch with the subscribers. I'm glad. Welcome to the community. I aim to give great advice, and I aim to help out, fellow women, fellow people, and especially my youth. Either you done went through what I'm talking about already, and you just love the girl chat. Either it's entertaining for you, and you probably never been through nothing, but you like, dang, that stuff really do be happening. Maybe you younger, and I'm stopping you from going through something. You like, thank you, big sis. Or maybe you just came across this video and it's something that you didn't even realize that you needed to hear. So the community is growing, and I appreciate you guys. I'm glad that you're able to say I was here with Sweet Star from day one, when she had only 20 comments, 20 views, to 100 to 200 to now 50,000. My goal by the end of this year is to have 20,000 subscribers. Right now I have a little bit over 2,000, so I need 18 more thousand subscribers by January 2025, and I strongly believe I can do it. I'm putting it in the air as an affirmation. I've been watching my subscriber count grow tremendously, so I appreciate you guys for that. I love you guys, and please continue to support the community, and I'll continue to throw out great content the best that I can. Till next time, love you guys. Bye.